This is part 2 of the Triumph TR6 metal fab work by Hank Pickering of Backwoodz Kustomwerx in Wolfe City. A ton of work has gone into this car, and I would like to condense it down to just a few minutes. Thank you for joining me for this Road Odyssey video. If you like the videos that I provide, please subscribe, and if you're on Rumble, please follow. I would like to introduce to you again Hank Pickering, the master metal worker from Wolfe City, owns Backwoodz Kustomwerx, a fantastic place. You can find him on Facebook. I previously gave y'all a shop tour video and part 1 of this resto mod of the 69 TR6. Please check it out. Why do you want to see this video? Well, because it's fun. It was a great time taking the body off the frame and chassis of this Triumph. As well as separating the body and the frame, I am going to go over some of the modifications to the body for the metal fab work that's gone into this car so far. The whole back end is new. And so he's got new mounts for this increased girth of a total rear end clip. You'll also see in this clip the new rear floors and the wheel tubs in the back of the seating area. Getting around to the side, you'll see more of that rear mount and how the whole rear end has been altered. This is a little bit of the wheel tubs in the rear, so really cool. And the door's been redone. Both of the doors were redone. And here again on the inside, looking at the increased wheel tubs, the rear seat area, all across the back, completely redone. Of course, there had to be new flooring all the way across, so that's getting refitted. Not 100% done yet, but it's getting closer. And like I said, the doors and the rockers had extensive work done to them. Not a whole lot done up front yet. There is some redesigning in progress right now for better fitment of future bits and pieces that are yet to come.
Here we got it kind of contoured in to fit the radius. So when we slide that clip in, all we're going to have to do is we'll weld actually the 3 pieces together. We'll weld the 2.
Okay.
This piece of sheet metal and a piece of sheet metal from the clip, and that'll tie all that in.
Oh, okay.
We've got some headlight scoops here. You can see on the inside of that scoop right there where they slide.
Redesign. Yeah, I see that.
What that'll do is, by the time it's said and done, that will encapsulate all this. And
okay. Right.
So they'll still have to weld out, and they weld from there. So by the time you see it, we'll weld it on the inside, grind on the outside, and they'll put that radius on it, and they'll give it that real clean look.
Okay, okay. As you look at us getting ready to lift the body off the chassis, just want you to know there is more metal fab work examples coming up just after these few clips. But what they're doing right now, they're getting rid of the steering and the brake booster and all of the mounting bolts up underneath this from front to back. So this does take a little while. I like this shot of Hank undoing the rear end. These are really custom mounts for the rear, and I'll show you more of these in just a little bit. All right, now it's time to really get this body off the chassis. And you'll see there's a floor jack under the rear diff. So that's because there's no wheels. Here we have the body lifted up and scooting the body off to the side. A pretty cool perspective of looking at the body off of the rolling chassis. Just really cool. And got this up on the trailer to be taken away for more work. Now I'm just looking at the body while it's still hanging, and you'll see there's still plenty of work to be done up in the front area, but there has already been done a lot of floor work. I don't show it too well, but the rockers, and so there's going to be a lot of work done right in through this area. And I move around back and show you a little bit more of what's been done there. You can see a lot of the rear wheel tub work and body work that's gone into this. The whole underside, from the back seat, behind the back seat, and the rear floor, as well as those new frame mounts. And we'll look at these mounts a little bit more in a minute. Here's the body laying on the floor, just another perspective here. Lots and lots of extensive work from at least the firewall all the way back. Just a massive amount of work. Just really a total rebuild. Like I said, up front, that's yet to come. There's going to be more work on the rolling chassis with the engine and things like that before making any adjustments to this front end. And a little more now on these rear body mounts that are just cool. They are replacing this old rusted stuff that by no means will ever work ever again. Hank had to step back and think about what he's going to do. He knew that there had to be something between a mount and the frame.
So now what we'll do is we'll get these in the lathe, turn them down, turn them up, and do the same thing with our piece of pipe. We're going to notch it and then gusset it up, weld it to chassis. Y'all stay tuned.
So he built custom washers, pucks to go between the mounts and the frame. Here's where he had to cut these little mount portions. And he had to put all this stuff on a lathe in order to make sure that they are precisely the right size, thickness, everything. Here's the end result of all these little initial attachment portions that will go into attaching the rear mount to the frame. Okay, now the tubing that goes into the mounts. You can see where he's got some templates that he made and drew up on the pipe where he was going to make his cuts. And once he's done cutting all this stuff, he will, of course, grind it down to the right position, get it all welded together. So at this point, he is fitting all the various pieces together. They are loosely fitted, I guess you would say. And so this is just a mock-up before actually welding all of this together. All right, so now he's got this mount welded together and just a couple of various photographs for you to see the end result of these things. So this was not a quick and dirty. This was a very tedious task, and it's not done yet. So the plate of the mount had to be welded to specific locations to the body. Once the placement was right and everything looked good, he tacked it all together. So this is just nearly the end result right here before just kind of cleaning it up and making it look pretty. To finish up this video, I'd like to look a little bit more at the rear of this car. And no, I don't really mean the seating area, even though that is beautifully done. These are a couple of shots of the back end as he was preparing for reconstructing this whole area. This rear fascia is getting a fascia lift. You can see where the taillights are, and underneath that is all getting completely redone. Now, before doing all of that, he's got to reconstruct the back end of the car. So any extensions, any bellowing out from the fenders to make it wider, and the mounting points across the rear has to be redone, as well as just complete stabilization of this whole back area. These are the new portions of that whole rear fascia, and he's getting ready to weld these three pieces together. Here is that whole rear fascia after it's been spliced together, and he's doing the fitment on this rear to see how it looks. Once the final fitment is completed with the side quarters and the trunk lid all in place, he begins welding this whole rear clip together. So that's going to be the rear fascia and the two rear quarter panels. This is pretty much the end result so far. It is really beautiful and it's in great condition. So it fits like a glove over the rear of this. And again, like he said before, all new mounting, bracketing, mounting points across the back of this car. It is just going to be phenomenal. And hopefully I can give you another update on all of this in the near future. So stand by for the next video. It will be part 3. Thank you so much for watching this Road Odyssey video. I really do appreciate it. Y'all have a fantastic day. Relax, take it easy, and I will see you later. And please remember to hit that like button if you like my videos. And if you like my channel, please subscribe. Or if you're on Rumble, please follow. See ya.